disclaimer. I don't need multiple examples to know I don't need to have my ugly ass somewhere where there's horror stories and traumatic endings. I just don't have to go over there and say, you know what, I came out like, I'm going to tell y'all about Lake Lanier, y'all. It's getting to the point where if you go to this lake, it's a 50-50 chance you may or may not come home. But I'm going to let the news explain to you what happened, and then we're going to come back and go down a rabbit hole. Let's go!
Yo, this is the most deadly lake in the entire U.S., Lake Lanier. It's crazy. You see how empty this bitch is? It's like people know everybody come in here die. I mean, they try to save you, but I don't know. I heard that ain't even enough for this shit.
A ray of light. That's how friends and family describe Ramon Diaz-Soria. A 27-year-old went missing after jumping off a boat that was at Lake Lanier on Saturday.
That's right. His body found last night. 11 Alive's Rebecca Lindstrom spoke with his friends today about a man who has lived a life of service.
This is their annual gala that we had last year.
In every picture shared on Monday, Ramon Diaz-Soria had a smile on his face. It is a joy and energy he shared any way he could.
Helpful and always there and wanting to have fun. And yeah, just very, very helpful. Like, I cannot stress that word enough. Oh my gosh, he's just very, very helpful. Tenía un corazón servicial, a heart willing to always serve. Yeah, that's what he had.
Melissa Silver volunteered with Diaz-Soria at HYPE, Hispanic Young Professionals and Entrepreneurs. She was at the lake on Sunday as friends and family gathered under this shelter to comfort each other in the search.
We were praying there right beside the lake, and yeah, we're just waiting.
Diaz-Soria was out on the water with friends here near Vans Tavern Park. They had rented a boat for a birthday celebration. And while he didn't know how to swim, he was wearing a life jacket. Unfortunately, rescue workers say it appears it wasn't properly secured. On Sunday night, using sonar equipment, rescue crews found his body, a ray of light lost to the darkness of the deep. In Gainesville, Rebecca Lindstrom, 11 Alive News.
Your thoughts going out to his family today. His sister did release a statement calling Ramon her best friend, protector, and biggest supporter.
Look!
Well, the family declined to speak on camera, saying that the loss is truly beyond words.
This is what they say about Lake Lanier. Now, they call it the haunted lake. They call it the death zone. It's just so many traumatic stories. He is one victim. There are several. And this is what the overview states. Lake Lanier has a high number of deaths, which over 700 fatalities documented since the creation in 1950s. Between 1994 and 2022, 216 deaths were recorded, with drownings and boating accidents being the primary cause. The lake's history, including the flooding of a town called Oscarville, contributes to its reputation as a dangerous and even haunted location. So with that being said, the key points that this lake has a high rate of fatalities, submerged hazards, drowning and boating accidents, haunted reputation, and then they give heavy safety procedures. Why are people still going there? It's just not random people. Raymond's son one of his sons lost his lives there. Now you have this young man that passed away not too long ago. There are several people. There's a list, and the list grows every few months. And I cannot understand why people still get in that water. There was one story where this guy got in, I think he might have been swimming or something, and he got electrocuted. As soon as he hit the water, the woman said that his body was doing electrical currents, and there was no power source. Then there's some people's bodies that disappeared, vanished, they never found it. Then they, as in this example, they use sonar technology to find his body. Then you have people again that have life jackets on, that are able to swim, and they still drown, and they still are either found or not found. At this point, I don't need no more examples to how this lake holds this reputation of dead bodies, because they're telling you up front since the earth. Baby, y'all keep going there, and I don't know what you're trying to get out of it. Now, maybe some people are saying, well, I've been doing this since I was a kid. And so maybe this is like your, ooh, I'm the safe one. Baby, that town called Oscarville had people there. It was a well-developed town. And they said that they flooded it out. And that was the history. Those people never got to live or survive. There is several movies and documentaries of this lake. And I was going to watch it, but I didn't feel like opening no demons. And I want to know more, but I don't even want to just, man, look, sometimes you just it's just best to hear it through the grapevine versus digging and going down a rabbit hole, because you might mess around and whatever. But I would not go to this lake, and I would not get in this lake. There's nothing that's going to make me feel like I'm exempt. I can't. I mean, 1994, people have been dropping like flies. And then these families have to deal with the closure of not finding a loved one's body, or finding it and just having to just say, you know what, may they rest in peace. I don't want that for me. Now, I know people are saying sometimes when people get on these boats or they go swimming on these lakes that they're intoxicated, and that is a major safety concern, or they may or may not know how to swim, or the currents may come and get you. But baby, it's too much going on in that water for me to just say that's the only thing that's going on. Let's just be real. We're just not finna have our ugly ass just saying anything out here when it's just proven that there was some type of haunted related instances. But I'm gonna tell you like this. This lake is in the northeast direction of Atlanta, Georgia. If anybody invites you to a party on the lake, you need to pull out your cellular device and type in the lake name. Ask them for GPS coordinates if they don't tell you the lake, because they could be trying to trick you. Then when you pull it up, you do research on any lake that you get into that's around the Atlanta area. So you make sure you're not getting in Lake Lanier, baby, because it does not sound like that lake has any mercy on anybody. Everybody can get it, and that's what makes it so spooky. Now, are y'all gonna close this lake? Because there's so many stories of people's deaths, and it's just like, oh, okay, and y'all just move on. Baby, no. What we gonna do about this lake? And I'm sure y'all got warning signs up, but I'm sure the signs don't say this is haunted. But what y'all gonna do? Because it's getting a little creepy now. It's getting creepy. Okay? So y'all do y'all research and follow directions. And again, that is just not the lake to be in. And I'm sure there's other lakes and other bodies of water. Go there. Do not go to Lake Lanier. Please, y'all. Please don't. But I'm just the messenger. It's your girl, Shaunie B. If you keep with your girl, go on food with your girl. Make sure you check out my website. Yes! www.shauniebent.com. Check out the fan gear. You got option drop donations. Never any pressure to do either of the two, because I see the likes, shares, and comments, and it means the world to me. So I just want to tell you thank you from my lips to your ears, man, for rocking with me, because y'all can be anywhere, but y'all keep me company. Let's hop in the comments. Have you heard of Lake Lanier before? Is this the first time you've heard of it? And as much as we are sending condolences out to the family, would you go visit that lake? And that's for real. Again, we all come from different stomping grounds where there's a story, a ritual, facts, you know, a little woo-woo-woo about a neighborhood or a person, and you don't go that way because you're like, oh my God, I heard about that. But there's some daredevils that will. I'ma stay in my lane, and I just can't fool with that lake. Not even a little bit. I'll visit Georgia, but I will not step foot in that area of that lake. Not even around the perimeter near it, because to me, something's going on. And maybe those people that were affected back in the 50s are part of the reason, but I ain't got time to find out. So may you guys have healing with the loss of your loved ones. But for the rest of you guys that are going to visit that lake, please take heed. Please. Because these were good people, too, that passed. These weren't people that just was doing the wrong thing. These are people that have rapport with good people, and they're still becoming a victim to this lake. So just keep that in mind. But until next time, next story, and I'm out this piece.